Hey everybody, I made a thing and I wanted to share it with you because it's exciting and I put a lot of work into it and I want people to know how cool it is. So one of my best friends that I've known since I was like 4 or 5 or something like that, we were little kids. She has a little kid of her own and it's his birthday tomorrow. So I wanted to make him a present that was juggling related so that I could make more people like juggling. So I made him this. This is a juggle board. Yeah. So a juggle board is a device that helps with a particular type of table juggling. Table juggling is just where you use the ground or a table to do different patterns, things like that. So a juggle board is a type of table juggling, sort of, where you roll balls on these different tracks. That's a juggle board. Not only does it open up a bunch of interesting types of patterns and ways to think about juggling, one of the best parts is that it's really accessible. Pretty much anyone can use this to slow everything down and prevent all these drops that normally happen. So it makes it extremely accessible for all sorts of different groups. It makes the type of juggling a lot easier for people who have mobility issues or cognitive disabilities, and that's my favorite thing about it. And I'd always seen this fancy like wood cut one, but then I looked on Quatrop's site and they had this other design with PVC pipe, which is completely available for anyone to use anytime. And I was excited because you can just make it out of PVC pipe. I know how to use PVC pipe. I know where to buy PVC pipe. So my friend's son's birthday seemed like the perfect opportunity to make one of these, play with it a bit, and then give it to somebody who hopefully will really, really enjoy it. So that's what I embarked on. It took a little bit of work, but it wasn't too bad. First, I needed all the supplies, which are conveniently all listed on the Quatrop's Juggle Board guide, so that was easy. Then I had to cut all the PVC pipe to size, which was a little bit hard, but I had a fancy like miter box saw thing. Also, apparently there are these PVC scissor things, which are affordable and a lot easier to use. Craig literally mentions this in his video.
I'm using pipe cutters.
If you're like me and you don't have a table saw, you should probably just use those. Then I spray painted all the pieces with the best colors ever, as you can see. I tried to add some like speckle paint to it. Didn't really work that well, but I tried. And then I just put it together based on the instructions, and that was that. I wish that I had paid attention to the little tip in the instructions about not painting all the way to the end of the PVC pipe.
So I'm going to be using a piece of tape, placing that down around the edge here first before I paint them.
Because it makes it hard to put them together because it sticks. That is true. That was a pain in the butt to get them apart once they were together. So I regret that. Don't do that. It's my biggest tip that I stole from them. Yeah. And then I put little numbers on each track just so that I could help with like instructions if I needed. I did make less tracks than the instructions listed, partly to save money and partly because I'm apparently not super great at counting. And when I went to put everything together, I didn't have enough of the pieces to make more tracks because I didn't follow the instructions very well with the counting. So we have a 3-track system, which actually is perfect. And I followed Quatrop's recommendation and I got these play stage balls. Stage ball just means it's plastic, but it's hollow. So I really like this design with the PVC because it's got this like edge here. So if it's thrown too much, it stops and just comes right back down, which is really nice because it doesn't just go flying off the edge. And the nice thing is you can take these whole edges off and flip them around so that there's a slight incline already just in the PVC. Now, for me, that incline is not quite enough to make it worth it. It's still a little slow, but it does still give me a pretty good amount of height, and then I could just stick like a big book under there, and that seemed to be a pretty good rolling ramp. So before I give it to this awesome kid, I want to play with it because it seems fun and I'm gonna play with it. So let's see what fun patterns we can come up with. This is fun. My brain it's going. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sad that I have to give it away tomorrow. But it's good. He will hopefully use it more than me, and he will love it, I hope. I hope he likes it. I really do. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make my own. I gotta make one for me. I can't give this away. I mean, I can give this one away, but I need one. I need one. It's so fun. I think I'm gonna make another one, but with more tracks, with some smaller PVC pipe. And maybe I'll explore higher inclines so that I can make a bigger ramp. Maybe I'll make another video of that. Huge shout out and thank you to Quat Props for providing the designs for this, completely free for anyone to use, and for just all of the work that Craig Quat, who runs Quat Props, all the work that he does to help make juggling more accessible for everybody. I think it's incredible. It's a great thing. One of my favorite things about Quat Props is that they have a bunch of resources on different ways to use it. They show you how you can use it with 2 people, how you can roll the balls from each side, or even how you can incline the board to have the balls come back down and feel a little bit more like toss juggling, but without the stress of gravity. If you want to learn more about Quat Props, there is the link of their site in the description, as well as the link to the Juggle Board design so that you can make it yourself if you want to try it. There is also a nice pre-built wooden one that you can buy from Play Juggling. It's a little bit pricey, but it's very fancy and very nice. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Oh, and I'll put a link to the balls that I'm using. Also, a huge thank you to all of my supporters over on Patreon, the members of my Otter Club. You make this whole channel possible. You make all of my juggling research and tutorials possible. I just adore you. So thank you so much. If you want to join the Otter Club, you can do so for only $2. It really helps me out, and there's a link in the description. Yeah, well, that's it. My glasses are always smudgy. The pieces come off, you see? Okay, much better.